Well, welcome back. This is Bill Eman, and this is the second in a series of videos. We are now at day 90 and counting towards my double knee replacements that will take place on September 30th of this year. The whole point of this video series is, as I mentioned in the last video, number one is to chronicle this process, get prepared for the surgery that's coming, and be able to recover as quickly as possible afterwards. So what that entails is taking a look at some things, setting some goals. We're going to talk a little bit about diet today, exercise on the next video, and a number of other things to help prepare me and you, hopefully if you're going through or planning to go through knee or hip replacements. I had a hip replacement 8 months ago, total hip replacement. So I have some experience with this process and know some things that I wish I had done prior to that, although it went very well. There are things I'd like to do this time around that will make recovery a whole lot easier, particularly because knee replacements are normally harder to recover from than other surgeries. So I wanted to just talk about a little bit about a basic plan to start with. When I looked at this situation, I knew I wanted to give myself enough time to do some things. I'm about 20 pounds overweight, now 18.5 pounds overweight because I've lost 1.5 pounds in the last 10 days, which is exactly what my plan was. And just to give you a quick glimpse, you won't be able to see this very well, but I just have a little spreadsheet here that I set up that shows the different days, as I don't weigh myself every day, but every several days, the actual weight, the goal weight, and then the activities I'm doing. I work out at a club called Fitness 19 and what I do there. The dieting part, am I sticking to a program, and I'll tell you a little about a program in a second that has worked very well for me. But then extracurricular things like biking and playing golf. I can't really walk around a golf course anymore, but I can bike a lot and I ride a golf cart, so it works out. The key, I believe, is to get yourself in the best shape you can before the surgery. And I know whether you're a man, woman, whether you really are crippled with something, there are things that you can do. For example, you wouldn't think that necessarily you could ride a bike without any stress or strain, but I could prior to hip surgery and also now prior to knee surgery. I get around great on a bike. And fortunately, where I live in Northeast Ohio, we've got great bike trails, and so I can continue to do that. But it helps build up the leg muscles around the knee, and that's what you want to do. The whole point of exercise at a club or at home, you do stuff at your pace. You don't have to be, you don't get intimidated if you go to a fitness center and somebody's got 20 plates and you only have 1 or 2. That's just fine. You just need to get your muscles as prepared as you can before a surgery, because it's going to make recovery that much easier for you. And I'm going to show you some tips in future, in the next video, particularly on what you need to really exercise. Because one thing you're going to find when you can't put full weight on your legs, whether it's hip or knee related, you got to build up your arms a little bit, or you're going to be you're going to be very tired. I wanted to talk just briefly about a program. I've been involved in health and nutrition for a lot of years. The only reason I put on a little extra weight is, number one, I got lazy, and number two, I'd had a couple of surgeries in the last 8 months. 8 months ago, as I mentioned, the hip. I had a little reconstructive foot surgery 4 months ago. That's great, and but that just kind of got me off track a little bit. Now it's time to get back on track. I use a program. It's called the Diet Solution Program. You can find it. You'll see the website underneath my chin here at www.optimal-weight-solutions.com. I'm glad you can see it, and it will give you some idea of the smarter way to go about losing weight. No weird diet, nothing like that. Some pretty basic things. Portion control and shopping in the around the edges of the grocery store, not in the center where all the refined junk is, that just is not helpful to you. And you really do want to lose some weight. Even a few pounds makes a big difference, not only between now and when you have surgery. You put less pressure on the joints between now and then, but certainly afterwards. You don't want to be dragging around excess weight. Just makes the whole recovery process much harder. So if you come across this video on the internet, where you can go to see the rest of this series and follow along and join on my email list, and I'll be glad to send you emails from time to time with different tips and a little progress as we go forward. You can do that at www.knee-replacement-prep.com. That's here as well. And if you go to the credits at the end, you'll see my main blog site, and all that information is there as well. So I would just encourage you to focus on weight loss as part of this process, and give yourself enough time. My whole goal is 20 pounds over a 14-week period. Comes out to be 1.5 pounds a week, which is well within the range that you can do. We're not talking about losing 10 pounds in a week or any crap like that. That is counterproductive to good health. So please check out that website, and I look forward to speaking with you again, and hopefully providing some value to you as we go forward towards the knife. I also have a happy Independence Day on Sunday, and a great summer. Thank you.